Lockheed, Raytheon, Boeing, et cetera, Palantir, Anduril, and the rest. I mean, these are kind of like the equivalent of barbarians at the gate, right? I mean, Lockheed, Raytheon, the defense legacy primes. A, they're huge. B, they're very, very entrenched, and a lot of this is personal connections, right, with the Pentagon. They're not just going to roll over and die. What is the response, or how bad is the pushback going to be? Do you think?
Yeah. Look, Martin, I think it's less of an either-or argument now than perhaps it was. The legacy primes, have an important role, particularly if you think about building submarines and aircraft carriers and fighter jets. These are important capabilities that traditionally a young startup is just not going to be able to do. But what's important now is to think about, okay, now that you have that platform, how can you bring modern advanced software? So I really think the right answer will be a partnership and combination between the legacy and the new to serve our men and women in uniform.
All right, that's fair. That's a pretty balanced answer as well. The reality is you basically need both. I get that. The business model, though, wouldn't you agree? I mean, that has just got to change. I mean, cost plus works great for the Boeings and Raytheons of the world. Doesn't work so great for taxpayers. And unfortunately, the folks at the DoD and the Pentagon, they've kind of been, complicit, if even unconsciously, with this whole thing, right? Because these guys, look, you go over budget, over time, it happens all the time, right? They still get paid. It incentivizes the continuation of this business model.
Yeah, I think software is different now, right? And that's what's bringing this change. Back in the 50s and 60s, the Pentagon was the only major buyer, right? Monopsony. Nobody else is buying fighter jets. And these companies were not building them for anybody else. And so this cost plus sharing of risk made sense for those type of capabilities. But with the pace of how software is developed, the broad range of commercial companies for AI, I would agree with you, that model doesn't work. And we need a newer model that understands and recognizes how you really take risk, how you move fast in bringing together, and it's not just software, but low-cost hardware. And these older models, should remain for legacy type of equipment, but we need new acquisition models for this new capability.